Alright gamers, welcome back. Valheim episode 27 I believe is what we're on. In game it is day 100. We finally hit the day 100 marker. And in between last episode and this episode I spent some time and did a little building. I'll show you guys what I built. The blacksmith hut. Let's go, boys. I had a vision for it. It worked out relatively well. I kind of wish I had this a little bigger and maybe a little taller so I could fit multiple smelters and kilns in here. But right now, as far as the space goes, I can only fit one. But it's kind of like this, on the left over here, I've got this workshop for smelting and charcoal production. And then in here is where I have, an extra hearth for having a fire going, but also I'm going to pop a forge in here. I've got a workbench in here, and I've got a stone cutter. Now the roof is a bit of a mess. I didn't calculate the walls correctly. I didn't get the... I need to work on the roof. I understand that. Things are a little mismanaged, but I do like the way it's set up right now. I've got a window there, a nice big window here to kind of see the ocean. We've got the, like I said, the forge here. It has plenty of ventilation, but also protection from the rain. We've got a little window here, little window there, and then an extra door here. It's nice. I really like how the forge has been set up, but like I said, I do need to fix the roof. The roof is not done. In my own spare time, I'll figure out how to get this roof up and running. I built this side wall, and maybe that's what I need to really get it fleshed out, but again, I'll get that roof sorted out. But for the most part, the bones are done on the bench, or on the blacksmith workshop. I might extend it a little further back and possibly increase the size of the roof here, just to fit another smelter or two in here. But for the most part, this is it. Like I said, I do need to fix this roof, but I'm not too worried about it right now. I recognized that I had an issue when I propped this wall up, and it didn't match up as far as the size goes with this wall here. And with that being the case, I knew that nothing was going to be even, so I just popped up somewhat of a temporary roof system, just so for the most part it was out of the rain and out of the elements and sheltered, and but I'll get this finished in my own spare time. For now, this is what we have. It's a nice addition. I figured it was time to add something else onto the village, but I think next up I'll be building the portal room here. It's going to be like some circular room based around this tree, and then I'll have the top exposed. Maybe have a light roofing over the outsides of the portal. That way, I'm dry as I come in and out of these portals. But for the most part, I want the tree to be the center of the portal room, and that it's something that you can see from a distance. And the idea being like the tree is kind of acting as the center point for these portals for this magical ability, because we are on Yggdrasil, and if you don't know the lore behind Yggdrasil, it's a Norse. Basically, the Norse believed that there were multiple worlds, and they all existed on this giant tree called Yggdrasil. And you can tell we're on Yggdrasil because you can't really tell right now. It's a foggy day, but every now and then, depending on where you are in this world, you can see this giant tree and these branches. And apparently, I guess the lore is Valheim is another world on Yggdrasil, the giant tree of life. So let's put a few of these items up. I used a little bit of our wood. We gained a lot of stone because I was farming stone for the stone floor in the blacksmith shop. That's right, I do need to check our garden here. The turnips and the carrots should be done. Nice. So we learned the recipe for the spice rack. That's another upgrade for the cauldron. All in all, in total, we got 22 turnips. Now, eventually I'll put a fence up for this garden, and we'll, box it in and make it look real pretty. And Maybe even put some chickens on this land, because I think you can eventually get chickens if I remember correctly. But I do need to like level out this surface. It's not even. You can tell there's like a little bit of a slant to it. But for now, it's fine. I also need to collect the honey from the apiary. I also wouldn't mind maybe fleshing out the inside of the apiary and putting like 1 or 2 bee hives inside, just so for aesthetic purposes, really. But right now, I just have it as like, you know, the torches to keep it lit at night so I can see it from a distance, but also it acts as an excess storage for all this resin that I have, because I have so much resin. But I use a lot of resin lighting up all of our torches and stuff, so I don't want to get rid of the resin. Okay, 29 carrots, 22 turnips. Did I learn any new recipes? No. What does the spice rack require? I can make the tool shelf, but I can also make the spice rack. So I need dandelions, carrots, thistle. I could make that, honestly. Maybe pop it on the back of the... Maybe I might put a beam across the top here and have it hanging from the beam. I think aesthetically that could look cool. Dandelions, carrots, thistle, turnips. Let's take out a little bit of wood. 10 pieces in case I need to add a few things in there. We'll take some mushrooms, put the bukeberries up. Really, I just need dandelions and thistle, which is in this chest. Put those up for now. Probably like there. And just having it hanging behind the cauldron is nice. That upgrades our cauldron to level 2. We can now make turnip stew, muck shakes, sausages, black soup. The main one I want to make is sausages, right? 55 health, 18 stamina. It's going to be a lot better than the boar jerky. So let's pop that up. Let's take out... put all this stuff up for now. I'm gonna need the thistle though. And we'll put that stuff up in just a second. And I think I just need entrails, which I have a lot of entrails from when we were in the swamp. So let's make a good bit of sausage. Muck shakes, we need 2 raspberry, 2 blueberry, and 1 ooze. It gives us 16 health, 50 stamina. It's basically the upgrade for Queen's Jam. I'm not too stressed about it right now, but in the future that is what I'm going to want to make, right? I'm going to need more oozes, though. I didn't get too many oozes when we were in the swamps, if I'm being honest. I think I'm going to make like 3 stacks. Or at least use all of this boar meat here. Which is nice because I needed to use the entrails. Check our skills real quick too. So axe is at 6, not very good. 16 on the blocking, 6 on clubs. Yeah, we didn't really care about physically using axes or clubs. Blocking, it needs to be better if I'm being honest. We've died a little bit and it's brought it down. Swords are at 35. It was at 39 at one point. But because we've died a decent bit going into the mountains, it's dropped it down a little bit. Farming's at 12. That's okay, honestly, for... you know, we haven't done a ton of farming. Could be better. Jumping at 29, that's pretty good. We've been jumping a lot in the mountains. Sneak is at 11. I wish this was higher. Runs at 46. We run a lot, obviously. Wood cutting only at 24. This was a little higher, but we died a bit, so... Crafting's at 17. Swimming is at 6. Cooking's at 8. This could be better. Bow's at 21. That could be better, but we've died a little bit. Knives at 41. This is our highest physical weapon stat. Spears at 6. Fists at 4. Dodge at 6. Pickaxes at 35. And pole arms are at 0. Haven't used a single pole arm yet, so... yeah, the stats could be a little better, but like I said, we did die quite a bit when we went to the mountains. I'm sitting on 3 health right now. Let me put the wood, the great orphies, the bones up. Make one more set of sausages. That should use the last of this boar meat. Put this thistle up. Kind of want to take out some wolf meat and go ahead and cook that, see what that'll give us as far as health goes. I think at this point... Nah, I think we're okay with these 3 foods, for right now at least. I think I want to get rid of... maybe the boar jerky. But also, I'm never going to eat this grilled necktail at this point. I think we start using these last 2 chests here. We'll do health food here, neutral food here, which is like a mix between health and stamina, and then stamina food down here. Which, if that's the case, let me take my Queen's Jam out of here. We'll get that figured out in just a second. And then if that's the case, let's go ahead and do this. Let's leave this for stamina regeneration and this for healing potions. So we have healing potions, stamina potions, resistances, and then meads. We've got mushrooms, berries, honey, carrots, turnips, and then dandelions and thistle. We've got higher quality meats like entrails, serpent meat. We've got the raw meats like boar, necktail, deer, wolf, bear. Cooked meats, health food, in the middle food, stamina food. We've got blood bags and oozes. And then these 2 are empty. This is just the butcher's knife, where if you tame creatures, you can then slaughter them with that knife. I'll put the bones up, and then I think we're going to head back to the mountains. We have a total of 127 health with this food on. Pretty good. I'm feeling pretty confident. I did die on the land building. That's going to happen. I don't like to use my food when I'm building, so I just have really low health and low stamina. And then, let's say, like a Great Orc Shaman comes up out of nowhere and poisons me, or I fall off the roof, like, you're just gonna die, right? But it's okay. Alright, let's bring this egg back down to the boat, like we said we were going to. I've got pretty peak levels of stamina right now. Pop up frost resist. And honestly, I should have upgraded my shield a little bit before we came back out here, because I need to take on as many wolves as I can. And I remember learning last time that the wolves are staggering my block. The only thing that sucks about this is the dragon eggs, you can't bring them through a portal, and they're required to summon motor. So I'm gonna have to put them on the boat, right? 600 pounds of weight on the boat just from these 3 eggs. But this means, like, if I mine this silver, I'm not really gonna be able to bring it back efficiently. I think this is going to be the next mountain that we check. So we'll probably cram... Here, we'll do this. Let's build a chest next to the boat. We'll fill the chest up with silver as we gather silver. I need one more piece of wood. Surely there's a scrap piece of wood laying around here somewhere, right? Oh shit, a random troll. That was kind of a bad block. 231 on the crit. And at this point, we don't really need troll hide anymore. We have plenty of it back at the house. I'll take the trophy, though. We might use it as decor at some point in the future. But yeah, I need one more piece of wood. There we go. I'm actually going to need more wood for a workbench down here too. I forgot. Oh. We do need more deer hide at this point. We've used a lot for decor and making boats and stuff. Five more pieces of wood. I think I saw a felled tree over here. Yep, nice. Ooh, a 2-star grayling, or great dwarf. The 2-star great dwarfs are sick. They're like light blue. The 1-stars are red. Don't run, bro. Come on. So annoying. Because he's just going to turn around at some point and mess with me while I'm trying to do other things. But okay. Should be enough. Just for now, let's put excess stuff in here, but I'll drag it all through the portal at some point. Just think about what we're going to get rid of. The resin, the deer trophies I don't need. We'll take the troll trophy, the light leather scraps. I don't need... Just throw all this stuff into the ocean real quick. Oops. Running's at 47, that's pretty good. Let's pop Ike there, we're going to be making a climb. Jumping's at 30. Little ice drake, maybe I can sneak past him, but he might catch our attention here. Or I guess we'll catch his attention. Yeah. Shit. Where'd he go? There he is. Whew. Got him. Should die to the burn. Nice. Okay. Another thing that we definitely want to grab are some of these obsidian nodes while we're here. Obsidian is used for some recipes, but also it's used for nice decor. Let's go ahead and jump through, put all this stuff up, just save ourselves some time and bag space. I think we got most of the silver nodes mapped out on this mountain, so I can keep my Megging Yord equipped. It is nighttime now. Maybe I want to just rest, get it to the next day. Freeze glands. Where am I keeping the... enemies nearby? Damn shaman's always on my property. Put the buke berries up too, just in case I need them for the future. I'll keep one full stack of buke berries, and then after that we'll just start throwing them away. Or more enemies? Come on, man. There we go. Rest. Go to day 101. No dreams. Good morning. Take out another 2 frost elixirs because I'm gonna use another one as soon as we go through the portal. Yeah, next up we're definitely going to be building the portal room. At this point, it's kind of necessary. And then after that, I'll probably wind up making like a tannery / workshop area, and then maybe start working on the dock, somewhere that I can park the boats efficiently. I heard the drake, and I think it heard me. Might be fighting a golem. Oh, wolves. Oh, finally a trophy. Yes. Now we need something other than the trophy now to make the cloak that I'm missing. And I don't think it's any kind of wood or anything like that. I don't necessarily remember exactly what it is, but I think we're at the point where we're going to start farming some of this silver. Let me run down, put all this stuff up. The obsidian doesn't weigh too much, but I hear that drake roaring in the distance, but I don't know where it is. If I start mining this silver, though, it's definitely going to get its attention. Hopefully, one of the stone golems doesn't wake up. Let's excavate around this node a little more and see exactly where this lies. Okay, it seems to actually go this way. It's kind of a weird shaped node. Oh, it's not much at all. Oh no. Oh, there's barely any here. That feels bad. There we go. I'd say not a single piece of silver off that. Might go down further though. Use the natural cover that we've terraformed. Damn. What a shot. Got quite a few Drake trophies. Let me keep mining down a little bit, see if this node goes further down. Okay, it seems like it does. Okay, good. Most of it is actually further down. Nine pieces. It's not too bad. Might be like a full stack off this whole thing, if we're lucky. Now, if I remember correctly, I don't think there is like silver armor. I think there is silver weapons. But I think for the most part, silver is kind of short-lived. Trying to not use more food just yet. Let me just make sure the node ends here. Yeah, see, it keeps going down a little bit. It just keeps going. Okay, 24 pieces, not bad. Put that in the chest for now. All right, silver ended over there. That shadow, I thought it was a wolf. Oh god. Dig around the node a bit here. Oh wow. So the one cool part about silver is you never really know how big the node is until you start excavating all around it, and then you realize like, oh wait, this thing's kind of big. So we did get a full stack of 30. There was 24 back in the chest, and we've got 7 now. So one thing that you have to be careful though when you're excavating silver is that you leave yourself like an exit. You want to make sure you're able to get out of the pit. That way if things, you know, go south and you need to jump out, you can actually escape. No, it just keeps going, man. $22 more, let's put that up. Another wolf head trophy, I didn't even realize, but... $46 pieces of silver so far. Off one node, and we have a lot more to go. There'll probably be like 60 pieces on this one node, so probably 150, 200 pieces of ore on this mountain alone, with here, 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 and I think there might have been one more around here somewhere. Could be over here too. I wasn't wearing the wishbone over there, I think. I need to make that wolf head cloak though. I'm honestly gonna pull up on my phone. How exactly do I make that again? Valheim, wolf head cape. Okay, it's 6 wolf pelts, 4 pieces of silver, 1 wolf trophy. Okay, so we need silver, which we will get at the end of this episode. I'm gonna sail this stuff back, and then probably at the start of next episode we'll spend some of the silver that we've excavated. The node seems to keep going over here. My pickaxe is gonna break soon. Big hits. I lost eyes. Get out of the hole. It's a little foggy. We'll go until our pickaxe breaks. We'll head back, bring all those new things that we gathered back to the base with us. All the wolf meat, the wolf trophies, the pelt, all that stuff. And then, I don't know, might call this one... Oh. Bastard. Might call this one there, and I'll just spend some time on my own farming some of the silver, because it's kind of boring, I know. And then next time that we play, I'll have some of that silver. I'll sail, you know, all the silver and the dragon eggs back to our base, and that way we're starting our silver production. I need to find out where Motor is, but I heard wolves, yeah. I don't know. Oh, I missed it. Missed it again. Pickaxe is at 7 durability. Yeah, we'll definitely head back. $70 pieces of silver so far off one node, with more to go. I'm probably gonna get like 90 off that whole node, which is kind of crazy. I don't need that much silver. I am gonna need it to upgrade the weapons that we make. I think I can make like a silver sword, maybe a silver dagger. I can't remember. I think at this point we keep the trophies separated a little bit there. I'll put the ectoplasm in here. Put the wolf pelts up. 27 of those bad boys. Get everything repaired. Freeze glands are here. And then the wolf meat. And alright, I think we're going to call this one here for now, guys. I'm going to continue going back to this mountain myself off recording and farm the rest of this node, as well as maybe try and get some of these other nodes, fill up the chest, and then I'm going to need to sail the boat on my own time all the way back to the base, drop the eggs off, and then I'll probably leave the eggs there and then sail the silver back first. But I'm going to do all that off recording because that's just going to be extremely boring to record. It's just tedious. There's not much actual entertainment there. But next time we record, we should have some silver back at the base, have that, you know, starting to go as far as refining it. And we'll head to this mountain next, I think, and see if we can find where Motor's Vegvasir is, which is where it shows us where she is. So we've got the eggs for it. We're starting to work on our silver. We're already halfway through the mountains, which is cool. I hope I find some dungeons on this mountain, because the frost dungeons are really cool. There was none here, but this mountain is a lot bigger than this one. It's probably double its size. So all right, guys, we're going to call this one here for now. I'll see you in the next one when we're a little more progressed. And thanks for hanging out. Peace and love. God bless, gamers.